Hey guys! Sorry I haven't made a video in a while. I've been super busy, but I'm making a video now, so that's okay, right? Anyway, if you've watched my videos before, you know that every year I have a speech competition. Oh, you're new here and haven't watched my other videos? Awkward. That's okay. I'll just explain it. Okay, so every year I have two speech competitions. One is large group, and the other one is individuals. Large group is when you're with a group of people. Individuals is when you're by yourself. Pretty self-explanatory, but I thought I should let you guys know that. Large group has a district and a state, and then if you're good enough, you make it to all state. Individuals has a district and a state, and if you're good enough, you make it to all state in that too. I've made it to individual all state twice now, and it's my last year, so I'm hoping to get it up to 3. But anyway, this year I did 2 categories, poetry and expose. Poetry is when you pick poems, read them together with transitions, and make it all beautiful. I use my own poetry because I'm just that cool. The other one is expository. Expository is when you pick something you want to write a speech about, and then you write a speech about it, and then you give that speech about it. And you can use images, PowerPoints, posters, costuming, anything you want. It's pretty open. Hopefully this will be a good year because, like I said before, I made it to All-State twice. One time was in poetry and the other time was in expository. So this year I should be golden, right? This year I had a really tough time deciding what to do my expository speech on because last year I decided that I was going to do it on bully side of this year. But since bullying is in the news a lot, my mom was like, oh, you might not want to do that because a lot of people are probably going to do that and people are kind of tired of hearing about bullying, so you probably shouldn't do that. And I'm like, yeah, maybe you're right. But then the problem was that I didn't know what to do with my life. I had no idea what I wanted to do a speech on because that was my main thing. And if you know me, then you know that I have a lot of strong feelings about a lot of things, but also if you know me, you also know that they are also really very controversial. I just said also a lot. So that narrows the topic down a little bit. And at speech competition, you don't really want to do something that's controversial because you're never going to know what kind of judge you're going to get. Judges are supposed to judge you on how you do it, you know, how you present yourself and how good you are. But you know, sometimes if they don't like the topic, they might not give you a good rating just because they're like that. I probably should explain this more as well. At districts competitions, you get one judge, and that judge can give you a 1, 2, 3, or 4, or disqualify you, you know, if you do something wrong. And to move on to state, you need a 1 rating. At state, you have 3 judges, and they can give you a 1, 2, 3, or 4, or disqualify you as well, so that's a little different. We don't need to go there yet. Anyway, I decided to do my individual expository speech on the difference between gender and sex. I know what you're thinking. But isn't that really controversial? No, a lot of people accept it now. Let's go on now. So I ended up calling my speech Gender Redefined, and I kind of based all of my information off the video that Hank Green made. I'll link to it here. Called Human Sexuality is Complicated, I do believe. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the doobly-doo, I know you will. But because of the whole judge thing, I was really worried that I was going to get a judge that was like, ha, no, you're bad, go to hell. And then I was going to be like, too. But it was something I really wanted to do and I really felt I needed to do, so I took the risk and I did my speech on it. Long story, make it even longer. I was going to say long story short, but it's kind of a long story, isn't it? Now that I built up all this anticipation, I'm just gonna tell you that my judge was awesome and I got a 1. Contrary to what you may believe, this video is not over yet, though. No, because that was not the point of my story, believe it or not. I just told you that my judge was awesome, but I did not know how awesome my judge was until I got my comment sheet back. Because the judges give comments. This is my comment sheet. See this? Gender Redefined. That's what I called it because that's what it was about. When I read my comment sheet, it was pretty self-explanatory. Good intro, great transitions, your visuals were simple and clean, liked it. Loved your dedication and honesty. Maybe you could move around a little bit more, but you know, just kind of see how your audience is doing with your topic and then decide. It doesn't have to be like a thing, just kind of a kind of thing, you know. Here's where I should probably mention that because most of the information that I use was based off of the Human Sexuality Videos Complicated that Hank Green did on the Vlogbrothers channel, I quite frequently mention Hank Green throughout the entire presentation. But at the beginning, I did mention John Green as well, saying that it was both of their channels together. I get down now to the bottom of my comment sheet, and this is the exact comment. Kudos to you on the Green Brothers. Yay! And this was my reaction. He knows the Green Brothers! He knows the Green Brothers! He knows the Green Brothers! Literally, everyone around me thought I was crazy. Don't believe me? Here's the comment. Kudos to you on the Green Brothers! Yay! It was exhilarating. Even though I don't know for sure, I'm gonna end this video by saying that my judge was a nerd fighter, which is awesome. Extremely awesome. TFTBA, see you guys next time, bye! This is my comment sheet. You see this? Gender, that's the wrong side.